When you think of Wyoming, what do you think of? If you're a fan of Ang Lee, you might think of Brokeback Mountain. If you're a fan of Longmire, you might think of the non-existent County 24 Sheriff's Office and the Red Pony Bar. Do you think of scenery like this? What about dinosaurs? Famous outlaws Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Movie star war hero cowboys. Healing hot springs given to the federal government by a warrior Indian chief Washakie. All this and more is available in Thermopolis, which I found out when I moved here 10 years ago for work. Let's start with the very beginning. Let's start with the Archaeopteryx. Thermopolis is home to the Wyoming Dinosaur Center. This award-winning museum is home to a fully reconstructed Supersaurus named Jimbo, a T-Rex, and a Triceratops. You can even participate in an active archaeological dig. But that's not its claim to fame. That would be the Archaeopteryx. This fossil is often called the missing link because it shows both dinosaur features as well as feathers, which links it to birds. The Thermopolis specimen was discovered in Bavaria and kept in a private collection until 2005 when the Wyoming Dinosaur Center acquired it. According to an article in Science magazine issued the same year, the Thermopolis specimen is a slightly disassociated skeleton on a single slab of pure limestone. Wing and tail feather impressions are well preserved, making it one of the best preserved specimens. And again, it's the only one in North America. That's pretty cool, huh? Thermopolis was once a popular stomping ground for Robert Leroy Parker and Harry Longbaugh, respectively. Don't recognize them? Oh, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. They spent a lot of time in Wyoming, especially in Thermopolis, which is only about 70 miles from their famous Hole-in-the-Wall Gulch, which is a nearly impenetrable hideout that they used in the Wind River Mountains. The Hole-in-the-Wall gang would gain support from local ranchers by paying off mortgages, helping the poor. That way, they always had places to go and horses and food and the like. It also helped that the gang typically kept their robbing, thieving, and murdering to other territories. Many town founders knew and liked Butch and Sundance. Tom Skinner's Bar, rumored to have been named in honor of the gang and their hideout, and is still located in Hot Springs County Museum and Cultural Center. As a matter of fact, many of the artifacts that are in the museum about Butch and Sundance came from the personal photo albums of Pioneer Association founder Minnie Brown. In 1896, Shoshone Chief Washakie sold a 10-mile tract of land to the federal government that included what is today the first state park in Wyoming and mineral hot springs. The only rule was that the springs must always be available to the public for free. And they are. There's a bathhouse located in the park that is open to the public for free every day of the year, with the exception of major holidays in the winter. Chief Washakie was known as a warrior, a politician, and a great leader. He saw his lands go from 44 million to 3 million that he had to share with a tribe that they didn't particularly get along with. He created the only reservation that the tribe got to pick, and he also ensured water rights as well as land and oil rights for his tribe, thereby ensuring that they had security into the future. Colonel Tim McCoy was born in Michigan, but most people in Thermopolis don't hold that against him. He got here pretty quickly and lived for a time in our town nearby called Lander, where he became friends with the Native Americans that lived on the Wind River Indian Reservation. He joined the Army and served with distinction in World War I. After the war, he became an actor. It should be noted that while movies at the time were portraying Indians as nothing more than bloodthirsty savages, he made sure that the movies that he was in portrayed the Indians more sympathetically. In addition to his acting and military careers, he was also a successful rancher in Hot Springs County for 30 years. Talk about a jack of all trades. Before I moved to Wyoming, I honestly thought it was all wind and flat plains with a few mountains here and there. I thought nothing could compare to the grandeur of the Rocky Mountains and the colorful characters that I grew to love growing up in Colorado. I'm really glad Wyoming has proven me wrong. I could go on and on about my new home for hours. Instead, I think I'm going to go through a couple museums, maybe soak in the hot pools, and then pop some popcorn and watch an old western.